Hello, everybody. We would like to welcome you to the first ever game on the Geek HD Network. This is it, guys. This is the start of a new journey here on TGGHD, as we are going to get to see the Cincinnati Reds take on the Pittsburgh Pirates. The game was originally supposed to start at 6:05 Central, 7 o'clock Eastern. However, the game kind of got delayed by a few minutes. But we are about set to go. So we are getting set for first pitch, and Jameson Taillon will take the mound as he will face off against. As we will, there's a look at the starting lineup for the Cincinnati Reds. You will have Billy Hamilton batting first, Jose Peraza batting second, Joey Votto. Suarez will bat fourth, Scooter Gennett, Scott Schebler, Adam Duvall, Barnhart, and Castillo, the pitcher, will be at bat for tonight's matchup. And that is your starting lineup. Well, we are ready to go here, folks. The first ever pitch of the TGG Network, and we are underway. The first pitch will be taken as ball one to Billy Hamilton. Billy Hamilton, the speedy guy, and he's a dangerous hitter. Alright, here's the 1-0 pitch, and that will be taken in there for a strike. So the count is now at 1-1. Well, for the first time this season, the Pittsburgh Pirates are wearing their alternate home jerseys. I gotta admit, I like their jerseys. It looks pretty cool. I know I probably will get criticized for it, but I'm just being honest. Here is the 1-1 pitch, and he will take a strike there, so it is now 1-2. I'm just gonna be 100% honest, guys. I practice trying to get my voice on there, but apparently this is how I'm gonna sound like. I apologize. It's not the perfect voice, but like I said, I just got all my new equipment. This is my first ever actual video, and I'm just out here to entertain for you guys. But then in the meantime, Jameson Taillon gets his first strikeout. There's once again a look at your starting lineup, as Jose Peraza comes up to bat, batting with a .238 average, dangerous hitter. He has only 3 RBIs this year, has yet to hit a homer in 2018. Let's see what he can do against Taillon. And the first pitch will be taken for a strike, so it is now 0-1. So there's a look at your Empire crew, and at home plate is Jerry Hill, Rusty Valentine at third base, Kenny Jettinson at first, and that is your Empire crew. I didn't get to read that last one. It took way too early for me. And that one's going to be fouled back into the seats. It is now 0-2. Like I said, guys, I'm sorry about my voice. I know I'm probably going to get criticized for it by the time I post this later on after the game. Look, I'm sorry. I tried to fix it. I'm going to continue to tweak around with my mic, and we'll make everything better. I'm just here to try out this YouTube career and see if it's something good for me. But in the meantime, Jameson Taillon gets strikeout number 2 as Jose Peraza goes down swinging. Here's the first pitch to Votto. He will take ball one. For Joey Votto, he is probably the Reds carrier. Excuse me. He is probably the Reds carrier, as last year had a good season last year. Looking to make this year an even better year for Votto. And here is the 1-1 pitch. And he will take ball two. So it is now 2-1. And that is going to be fouled back, so it's 2-2. Alright, here's the 2-2 pitch. And a fly. This should be playable. And he will make the catch, and that will retire the side. So the first half of the inning has come to a close. We are on to the bottom of the first, where Starling Marte will lead us off. When we come back, we're going to take a quick commercial break. Luis Castillo will take the mound. And for him, he has one start. He is 1-0. He has a 0 ERA. In his first start, he had a complete game with 4 hits allowed. So honestly, he had a really good start. So anyway, we're going to just take a quick commercial break. I will be back in just a moment. Don't go anywhere, and I will be right back. Hello, everybody. We want to welcome you back to the bottom of the first inning. So, just a quick recap about what happened at the top of the first. Uh, Jamison Tyon went 12 pitches, had 2 strikeouts and a fly ball. So, pretty good, pretty productive inning for Tyon as we get set for Luis Castillo's campaign. Like I said before the commercial, he has 1 game under his belt, and his first game was a complete game. As you saw the stats before the commercial break, he will be facing off against Starling Marte, and then after that, he will face off against Adam Frazier, then Corey Dickerson. Now, for Corey Dickerson, I'm just going to let you know, he's a player that you need to watch out for because he can hit homers easily, and he's a player who could probably rack up several hits in a game. My estimation is he would probably get like 3 hits, maybe 2 hits a game at least. So watch out for Dickerson because he's probably going to have himself a breakout year. And then there's a look at the rest of your lineup. Josh Harrison is also batting with a .391 average, so I would watch out for him as well. But anyway, let's see how the first 3 do. So there is Luis Castillo as he will take his first pitch. And the first pitch will be taken as a strike. Ooh. And now he's already down 0-2. By the way, as you can probably tell, I am playing as the Pittsburgh Pirates. And there it is, and he goes down. And he goes down with a called strike 3. So Castillo will get his first strikeout. Alright, so next up to bat is Adam Frazier. Batting with a .318 he is batting with a .318 average at bat. And on the first pitch he will take ball 1. And a 4-seam fastball will be taken for strike 1, and the count is now at 1-1. And that is going to be down for a base hit. And we have our first hit of the day, as Corey Dickerson will be up next. On the first pitch, he will take strike 1. So the count start off at 0-1. So for Corey Dickerson, he has 7 RBIs on the year, and he has 1 home run so far, but he could easily crush it again. So let's see what happens. The 2-seam fastball will go way out for ball 1. Like I said before, my voice probably sounds bad. I'm aware of it. If you put my voice sounds cringy or something, that's alright. I don't mind. And anyway, a fly ball here that will be caught. That will be caught by Duval, so there will be 2 outs. So now up to bat is Josh Bell, as he will face off against Castillo. As let's see if they can try to bring that runner home from first. Yeah, there's a strike 1. So let's see what he does on the next pitch. And that will be outside, ball 1. And that will be taken for ball 2. So it is now 2-1 with Adam Frazier over at first. And looks like Castillo's getting into some deep water here. He is now down 3-1. On deck is Gregory Polanco up to bat next. So Luis Castillo definitely will not want to deal with Gregory Polanco. Oh, well, he will take a strike right there. Another thing is, I haven't actually done a play-by-play baseball game in like, I hate to say this, but I haven't done one since 2016. So if I sound rough and I may screw up a few things, I apologize. Anyway, there's a ground ball. Take it to Votto, and that will do it. Well, we end 1 here at Pittsburgh, and we still have no score, as Eugenio Suarez will come up to bat. Hey, I actually said his name right. Alright, well, we're going to take another break. When we come back, we'll see Eugenio Suarez bat, along with Scooter Gennett and Scott Schebler. We'll be right back. You are watching MLB Baseball, or I should say MLB 18 The Show, on the Gaming Geek HD Network on YouTube. Stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. We got more action coming to you next. Alright everybody, I would like to welcome you back here to a cloudy PNC Park. Let me be honest with you, Pittsburgh over the last couple of days has not seen very beautiful weather. It's been raining. It's been raining around here, and there is actually a chance of rain tonight around here. However, the rain is not expected to come in until later, so the good news is I don't think we should have to deal with any delays or anything. So that's the good news. But anyway, as we start the second inning, and Eugenio Suarez is up to bat. He is batting fourth. Last time we saw Tyon, he had a really productive first inning, going only 12 pitches, got 2 strikeouts, and 1 fly out. So good start for him. And on the first pitch, he takes ball 1. That one is also outside. It will be taken for ball 2. Alright, here's the 2-0 pitch, and he will take strike 1. So anyway, let me tell you something about Jameson Taillon. In my opinion, Taillon he's a pretty good pitcher. I have a lot of respect for him. I mean, if you remember, he was battling testicular cancer not too long ago. He had a long journey, and he recovered, and now he's finally back on the mound. That is what I call just that's just amazing. Anyway, on that pitch, he'll take ball 4. So the first red player is finally on base. So Suarez walks. We're now up to see Scooter Gennett. Like I said, I may be a little rusty because I haven't done a play-by-play game in 2 years now. So I'm still trying to figure everything out. I'm trying to better up my YouTube channel. We'll see what we can do. Anyway, here's the first pitch by Taillon to Scooter Gennett. He will take ball 1. And a fastball will be taken for ball 2. Ground ball, that is going to be through for a base hit. So the Reds get their first hit of the game, and it seems like they got something going here in the second with Suarez at second and Gennett at first. And next up to bat will be Scott Schebler. Fly ball on the first pitch, and we'll make the catch. They'll throw it over the third, and there's the first out. So there's a look at your defensive lineup for the Pirates. Cervelli will be at catcher, Josh Bell at first base, Josh Harrison at second base, Frazier shortstop, Freeze at third base, Dickerson, I did not get a chance to finish that. Dickerson at left field, Marte at center field, and in right field, Gregory Blanco. So here's the first pitch to Adam Duvall. And there it goes. And it will be fouled back, but it looks like Frazier was going to try to steal second. Or, excuse me, he was going to try to steal third. And stealing third is not very easy. It's not very easy to do. And on the second pitch, he will foul that one back. It is now 0-2. That one up there for ball one. It is now 1-2. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Fly ball, that could be trouble. That is going to be down, and that will be a ground rule double. So that will bring in Frazier, or excuse me, that will bring in Suarez, and the Reds have a 1-0 lead. And that's going to be trouble. That is a base hit. One run will score. Here comes the throw to the plate. It will not be in time, and the Reds now lead it 3-0. So now up to bat is the pitcher Luis Castillo. And it looks like he's showing signs of a bunt, but it will hold back and take ball one. And that will be taken for ball two. Once again, signs of a bunt. He will throw it to first. He will get him, but he will not get the double play as he fails to throw it to first. And here's my comment. What was I doing? What was I doing with that? I should have probably... Nah, never mind. That probably wouldn't have worked either. But either way, he does get one out. He does get the out, so 2 outs. Going back, leading off here is Billy Hamilton, and let's see if Tyon can get him out. And that one is outside for ball one. For Hamilton tonight, he has struck out back in the first. Not really a good sign for the Pirates. The Reds are already back to the top of the order. So, and that's going to be a fly ball. That'll be fouled. So the pitch is now at 1-1. And there's a called strike. So now the count has been moved to 1-2. Just one pitch away from getting out of a jam. Unfortunately, this jam he's in has not been very good to him. He gave up 3 runs. Gave up 3 earned runs on 2 hits, I believe. And that's a fly ball. That will be fouled. Count still holds at 1-2. Here's the payoff pitch, and that one is fouled back as well. Alright, here's the payoff pitch. Fouled back again. So it looks like Hamilton is trying to get a, looks like he's trying to get a battle going. And right to him, and he can't get it. That's going to be yet another hit. That should go down as a base hit. And, well, it looks like the Reds are threatening to score yet again. Frazier did not really time that well at all. So Jose Peraza now up to bat. He went down on strikes as well back in the first, but let's see if maybe he can bring in a run and try to extend the lead for the Reds. So here's the first pitch, and that will be ball one. Next inning, I'm going to explain about what the YouTube channel is all about. Basically, this is just an introduction video. I want to see how far I can get. To be honest, I don't even expect to get too far in this channel. I have low expectations, for real, but I don't know. I'm just here to entertain you, to entertain all you nice people out in the world. That's just what I want to do. Alright, here's the 1-0 pitch. And that one is going to be outside for ball two. Also, guys, if you have any criticize or any requests, maybe I could probably do like a, I don't know, like maybe a short video. Like if you want to see like a postseason simulation or a home run derby, just put it in the comments, and that'll be nice. I'd love to read all of your comments. I'd love to hear what you have to say. Some I may reply, some I may not. But I want to hear what you guys have to say, and if you criticize me for anything, that's okay too, because to be honest, by the way it looks, I probably should be criticized. I know for a fact on my microphone I'm probably going to get criticized because I sound pretty bad. Face it, I really do. But just comment anything you want. Just don't be a total jerk. And, oh, look at this. He takes ball four, and that is the second base on ball Taillon has given up all day, and the bases are now loaded for Joey Votto, and that is not a guy you want to get. That's not a guy you want to have to face when you have the bases loaded. You're already down 3-0. You're gonna have to try to get him out. But anyway, guys, if you have anything you'd like to say, maybe recommend any improvements. Like I said, I'm just starting out. I'm trying to get better at it. And if you have any recommendations for me, comment them, and I would love to read them. On the first pitch to Votto, it will be taken as a strike. And a fly ball here. Back there. He will make the catch, and that will finally retire the side. So Taillon gets out of a major jam. However, he does end up giving up 3 runs on 4 hits. And when we come back, we'll see if the Pirates can try to come back from this deficit. As Gregory Polanco will bat next with a .211 average. So we're gonna take another break. Don't go anywhere. You are watching MLB 18 The Show on the Gaming Geek HD YouTube network. We'll be right back. Alright, everybody, we want to welcome you back to continuing coverage of the Cincinnati Reds and the Pittsburgh Pirates. So as we start the bottom of the second inning, Gregory Polanco will lead it off against Castillo as we're set for the first pitch. And the first pitch will be taken as a strike, an 85-mile-an-hour slider. So, like I said, as promised last inning, I would talk to you about what this YouTube channel is all about. And, well, first we got a fly ball right here. And that will be caught. And that's your first out. Anyway, so as you take a look at your defensive lineup, I'm going to tell you what my network here is all about. Well, basically I haven't made much plans about our channel. Well, I mean, I just haven't really made much plans for the channel. As you know, I'm going to be recording, and eventually I'll probably start streaming MLB 18 The Show games on franchise mode throughout the rest of the season. And I'll also be making videos about storm tracking coverage. May even go out there and do live streaming out on the field, as I'll probably go out storm chasing then. So That's basically just a snapshot about what the channel's about. Anyway, David Freese is now up to bat after Josh Harrison got a base hit. And on the first pitch, that will be taken for a ball. It's now ball one. Whoa, way outside. I think there may have been an attempt on stealing, but it will be taken for ball two. And that one will be in there for a strike. It's now 2-1. Up top there for ball three, and on deck is Francisco Cervelli, batting with a 100 average. We will see him bat next, unless Freeze grounds into a double play. Well, it looks like he's on the verge of being walked. Well, Castillo puts it in there for a strike. It's now 3-2 on the 98-mile-an-hour fastball. Here's a 3-2. Ground ball. Oh, that gets off of Castillo. And he will get the out. At first. Nice play there. That was a nice play. It bats off of Castillo. And, oh boy, look at this. Could be in some trouble here. And, no, it looks like he wants to stay out there. And so as we take a look at the replay, it just grounds, hits him really hard. And then just watch that. I mean, that's a pretty talented, nice creative play. That's a nice creative play there. So, 2 outs. Honestly, I kind of need to relook the lineup because I kind of forgot. Here's the first pitch to Francisco Cervelli, and he will take strike one. And on that one is going to be fouled. Never mind. Alright, so it is 0-2. And here is the payoff pitch. Ground ball, that will stay fair. Votto will just touch first, and that will do it. Well, that ends the second inning. And as we go into the third, the Reds lead it 3-0. We'll be right back. You are watching MLB 18, the show, on the Gaming Geek HD Network. We'll be right back. Stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. And get yourself a snack, too, because, I mean, this is going to be a while, as you can tell. Alright, everybody, we want to welcome you back here to continuing coverage of tonight's matchup between the Cincinnati Reds and the Pittsburgh Pirates. As we now start the third inning, and Eugenio Suarez up to bat next against Jamison Taillon. And as we see our first pitch, he will take a strike, and it is 0-1. Good pitch on the two-seam fastball, 94 miles an hour. Pretty good. And 95 miles per hour for strike 2. And here's the 0-2 pitch. Fouled. And here is the payoff pitch. And that's outside ball 1. And here is the payoff pitch. Got him swinging. And that is Taillon's third strikeout of the night, as he will go on to face off against Scooter Gennett. And on the first pitch is a 95 two-seam fastball for strike 1. Scooter Gennett, he is 1 for 1 with a single back in the second. Here's the 0-1 pitch. And he barely gets a piece of that one. It will be fouled back, and it is now 0-2. Well, Taillon has officially reached halfway to 100 pitches here in the third. And here's the payoff pitch. Got him. That's strikeout number 4 for Taillon, and it looks like he's starting to get something going out there. Scott Schebler will be up to bat next. And here's the first pitch by Taillon. And 93 miles an hour in there for a strike, for a called strike. Schebler tonight 0 for 1. 0 for 1, he grounded out. And that is going to be off the plate. That is going to be ball 1, and the count is now at 1-1. Here's the pitch, and that's outside ball 2. Here's the 2-1 pitch. And that's fouled back. So the count is now at 2-2 with 2 outs in the third. Here's the payoff pitch. Fouled. And here's the 2-2. Down there for ball 3. And we have a full count here. And here's the 3-2 pitch. Ground ball. Handled. Throws to first. Got him. And that retires the side. So 1, 2, 3 go the Reds. And when we come back, we will see the Bucks back at the bat. Stay tuned. You're currently watching the Gaming Geek HD Network on YouTube. Alright, we want to welcome you back to continuing coverage. We're in the bottom of the third as Jameson Taillon faces off against Luis Castillo. He is going for Castillo, he's gone 2 innings along with 2 hits, and he has 1 strikeout under his belt. Let's see how he goes, because so far he's been pretty good. See if he can continue it here in the bottom of the third as here's our first pitch. The sun is officially set. We are now under the lights here at PNC Park as Taillon takes strike 1. Next pitch, and Taillon gets a base hit. And Taillon will get on to first base, and it's a base hit to center field. And Taillon will be 1 for 2 with a single, and that will take us back to the Or actually, I don't think. Never mind. So Tyon is 1 for 1 today. I don't know why I said 1 for 2, but he is 1 for 1. And Marte gets a base hit. That will drop Tyon into second. It will throw to third. And they will hold there. And it looks like the Pirates seem to be threatening here in the bottom of the third. Adam Frazier comes up to bat. He is 1 for 1. Had a base hit back in the first. And on the first pitch, he'll take ball 1. And he will take strike 1. And the count is now at 1-1. And, ooh, a waist high ball for ball 2. And did he check his swing? No, he didn't. So it'll be ball 3. And that will be fouled. So the count is now full at 3-2. And he takes strike 3. And there's 1 out here in the third. Corey Dickerson up to bat with runners at first and second. Alright, this is a guy who could probably tie the game up with just 1 swing at a bat. But on the first pitch, he will miss it way up there with a slider for ball 1. Takes a strike there, so it is now 1-1. And it looks like I will be a strike there, so it's now 1-2 to Dickerson. And here's the payoff pitch. And that's going to be fouled to left field. Over into the stands. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Fouled again. Here's the 1-2. Called strike 3. He got him. So Dickerson goes down, and next up to bat is Josh Bell. And on the first pitch, he will take ball 1. Josh Bell, he is 0 for 1. He grounded out back in the first. He's batting with a 208 average, and at this point the Pirates are just looking for a way to tie the game up, and that is going to be down there as well for ball 2. Looks like they're trying to load the bases or something, or hoping Castillo throws a wild pitch so that could get runners to, so I could get Tyon and Marte to second and third. And that one is going to be chopped foul. It's 2-1. Ground ball. This should do it. And there you go. Castillo gets out of a jam and keeps the Bucks scoreless. Well, that ends the third here at PNC Park. We'll be back for the fourth inning. The Reds lead it 3-0. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Alright, we want to welcome you back to PNC Park as we start the fourth inning. The Reds lead it 3-0 over the Bucks. Adam Duvall out there yet again. He is 1 for 1, and he has an RBI under his belt as he will face off against Jameson Taillon yet again. And on the first pitch, he will take ball 1. And on the next pitch, that will be ball 2 as well. So that is also taken for a ball. It is now 2-0. Here's the next pitch. And there's a strike. It is now 2-1. And there's a strike. It's now 2-2. And here's the payoff pitch. Got him swinging. And that is Tyon's 5th strikeout of the night. And Duvall goes down. Tucker Barnhart up to bat. Next for the Reds. For Barnhart, he is 1 for 1 with a RBI base hit. And on the first pitch to Tyon, oh, he hits that one pretty well, but going back there is Polanco. He will make the catch. So, alright, so on the first pitch to Castillo, he will take strike 1. And on the next pitch, he will take ball 1. So it's now 1-1 with 2 outs here. Like I said, I'm sorry the fact that I'm rusty. I apologize for it. Like I said, I haven't done any of this for like about a year now, so I'm probably going to start off rusty, but as we progress into it, I can probably get a whole lot better at it. And, well, he attempted to swing at it, but they will grant him the ball, so it's now 2-1. Here's the pitch. Fly ball. Should be playable. And he will make the catch for the 3rd out. That will retire the side. And on to the bottom of the 4th we go. The Reds lead it 3-0. Alright everybody, we want to welcome you back here as we are set to start the bottom of the 4th. Gregory Polanco will lead it off, followed by Josh Harrison and David Freese. And we will see Francisco Cervelli if one of them gets a hit and we don't see a double play. So, as we are set for first pitch, let's see what Castillo can do. Last inning, he kind of got rocked a little bit, but he was able to get out of a jam before something disastrous could have happened. First pitch is 1-0, ground ball. That is going to be a ground ball. He will get him, and that is the first out. And on the first pitch, Harrison takes ball one, and Castillo has reached his halfway mark to 100. And and Harrison gets plunked. And Harrison's going to first base, and kind of gives Castillo a bit of a stare down as well. Implying that he did not like getting plunked. So David Freese will be up to bat. He is 0 for 1 with a ground out in the second. And on the first pitch that will be taken for a strike is 0-1. And ground ball. Oh, and he can't get it. Here he comes, and he is safe. Everybody is safe, and runners are now on at first and second with 1 out. Facing off with Francisco Cervelli coming up to bat. Bit of an error there for Joey Votto, as he had miscommunication with the ball. So Cervelli will have a chance to bring in the Bucks' first run of the night. I believe that should probably go down as an error. And here's the first pitch to Cervelli. It will be taken for ball one. So there's Josh Harrison at second and David Freese over at first. And we'll see if Cervelli could probably bring in Harrison at least. And that's called strike. And that one is fouled. It's 1-2. There it is. Ball, and that is fouled. And way up there. Looks like he was going to try to get him chasing, but it does not work out for him. It is now 2-2. Alright, here's the payoff pitch. Did he go? No, he did not. So this is 3-2. And here it is. Just popped up. That'll be an infield fly roll. He will get the out. And there will be 2 outs with Jameson Taillon. Jameson Taillon had a base hit his first time. Let's see if he could get another one and maybe even have an RBI. And on the first pitch, he will take ball one. Ground ball. That should get Castillo out of the inning. The throw to first is in time, and that will do it for the fourth. So when we come back into the fifth, Billy Hamilton, Jose Peraza, and Joey Votto will be up to bat. On to the fifth we go. The Reds lead it 3-0. Alright, we want to welcome you back to PNC Park. It is 3-0 Cincinnati over Pittsburgh. Billy Hamilton up to bat against Tyon to start the fifth. And on the first pitch of the fifth inning will be taken as a strike. The two-seam fastball, and it is 0-1. And on the next pitch, now we'll be taken for ball one on the curveball. And got him going for that one, but it will be fouled. Got him swinging. And that is Tyon's sixth strikeout of the night, as he will face off against Jose Peraza. And here's the first pitch to Peraza. It will be taken for ball one. And And on the next pitch, now we'll be taken for a strike. Here's the 1-1. And that's outside, ball 2. And that's going to be fouled back, so the count has now been moved to 2-2. Got him swinging. And there's another strikeout for Tyon. As so far he's having a pretty good inning. He could strike out the side. Well, he's got to face off against Joey Votto, however. See how he does. And on the first pitch, it will be fouled back. Joey Votto today, he's 0 for 2. He flew out his last at bat. And that one will be fouled, so the count is now to 0-2. And that will be moved to 1-2. And here it is, the payoff pitch. Ooh, way outside. And that's going to be ball 2. And he got him. And Jameson Taillon strikes out the side as he has a strong inning. On to the bottom of the 5th we go. The Reds, however, still lead it 3-0. Alright, we want to welcome you back here to continuing coverage between the Reds and Bucks. It's a 3-0 Cincy lead. And Marte took strike one on the first pitch, and this is a fly ball. It's going back, and we'll be back there to make the catch is Billy Hamilton. Adam Frazier up to bat. He is 1 for 2. Had a base hit back in the first. And on the first pitch, he will take strike one. Ground ball. And he is... Well, it's a close one, but they're going to say he's out. They're saying he's out at first. And apparently they're not agreeing. He is going to come out here. And it looks like they are going to challenge this. Or at least they're requesting one. And wow, I mean, that's close. Oh yeah, that's close, and they've agreed they are going to challenge it. So they will look at this over in New York. So the call in the field is out at first, but if we take a look here, oh yeah, definitely you can tell Frazier stepped on the bag before before the ball went in Votto's glove. So I think this is clearly going to be overturned. And the call is overturned, so it's been overturned, so there you go, there's your call. And if we just take a look right here, man, this is probably going to be a good view of it right here. Hold on. And right there, before it even went in his glove, you can tell he is clearly safe. His left foot touches the bag, and the ball is still just a few inches from Votto's glove, so Frazier is going to be safe, and Dickerson is going to come on with Frazier at first. Dickerson is 0 for 2 today, so let's see if he can get his first hit of the night right here. And on the first pitch, he will take strike one on a 98-mile-an-hour fastball. Ground ball. This could be a double play right here. That's one, that's two, and that's it. That ends the inning. Well, we've in 5, and the Cincinnati Reds still hold a 3-0 lead. We'll be right back, and when we do come back, Eugenio Suarez will lead it off against Tyon. Alright, we want to welcome you back here to PNC Park. Jameson Taillon back out on the mound. He has been out there for 5 innings, allowed 4 hits, 2 walks, and 8 strikeouts, as he will face off against Eugenio Suarez probably for the final time tonight. And this most likely will be his final inning, because he is already over 80 pitches. And on the first pitch, he will take strike 1. And on the next pitch, we'll be checking for ball 1. And there's a called strike. And it's now 1-2. And that one's going to be fouled back. So it's still 1-2. And that one is fouled back as well. And here's the 1-2 pitch. And it's going to be ball 2. And here it is, the payoff pitch. Got him. That's strikeout number 9 for Taillon. And there's your first out. And on the first pitch to Jeanette, that one is going to be ripped and fouled. Scooter Jeanette 1 for 2 tonight with a base hit back in the 2nd inning. And on that is play right there. And Bell will step on the bag, and there's your second out. As Taillon deals with his first pitch. And we check his swing. No, he didn't. Scott Schebler in the at-bat. He is 0 for 2 tonight. He took ball 1. Here's the second pitch to Schebler. And that one is going to be fouled back. Ground ball. This should do it. And throws it. Oh, the throw comes too late. And Schebler is safe at first. That will go down as a base hit. And Adam Duvall will be up to bat next. And on the first pitch, that one is fouled. So it's 0-1. Duvall versus Taillon. Well, for Duvall, he is 7 for 21, and he has struck out 6 times against Jameson. And that's a called strike right there, so it's now 0-2. And here it is, the 0-2 pitch. Well, that hit pretty well, but he should be there to make the catch. He will. And that And that retires the side. So when we come back, we'll see Josh Bell, Gregory Polanco, and Josh Harrison batting as we go to the bottom of the sixth. The Reds lead it 3-0. Alright, we want to welcome you back to PNC Park. We're on to the bottom of the sixth. Up to bat is Josh Bell. He is 0 for 2. And for Castillo, he's been pretty good all day. Pretty much kept the Bucks shut out throughout 5 innings. Let's see if he can make it a sixth. Yeah, there's a fly ball. That's going to drop for a base hit. And Josh Bell is on with a leadoff single. And on the first pitch to Polanco, that's going to be ball 1. And on the next pitch, it will take strike 1 with a 4-seam fastball. And the count is now at 1-1. And that's going to be ball 2. Alright, here's a 2-1. And, ooh, that's going to be a knee-high strike there. And it's now 2-2. Here's a 2-2. And it looks like he tried to get him chasing, but it failed. There's Josh Harrison on deck. He will be up next. And there's a fly ball, but that will be fouled. So Polanco's going to get one more chance. There it is. That one is fouled, and he will be there to make the catch, and that's your first out. So Josh Harrison will be up next. So let's see what he can do. And Harrison checked the swing. And that's going to be strike one. And there's the next pitch, and he takes strike two. There. And here's the 0-2. And that's way up there for ball one. And it's 1-2. Well, Castillo has reached 80 pitches, so the question is now, is he going to come back out for a 7th inning, or is this going to be his final inning? That's the question that remains now. And another question is, when will the Bucks get on the board? And look at that. That's a double play right there. And the throw is too late. He gets the one, but Harrison makes it to first safely. David Freese will be up to bat next with 2 outs in the 6th. And on the first pitch, he takes ball one. And it looks like a throw over to first, but Harrison is safe. And there's a pitch. That's going to drop. That's a base hit. Harrison will move on to second, and now Freese gets on with a single to center. Now up to bat is Francisco Cervelli. And the first pitch is right up the middle. That's a strike. Francisco Cervelli, for him today, he is 0-2 with a pop out back in the 4th. Well, he actually has a chance to tie the game with one swing of the bat. Keep that in mind. And that is going to drop. That's a base hit. Here comes Harrison. He is safe. And the Bucks finally have their first run of the night. And they're finally on the board. On an RBI single by Francisco Cervelli. And it's now 3-1. And it looks like we have a pinch hitter coming in, and it's none other than Jordy Mercer. Jordy Mercer, longtime Pittsburgh Pirate. This is kind of a guy you don't want to face off against in a situation like this. Didn't get the start today, But let's see if he can get something on his pinch hit attempt. He's batting a 667 average with 1 home run and 2 RBIs on the year so far. And that's going to be a ball. So it's 1-1. Just a look at the Reds bullpen. Wandy Peralta and Michael Lorenzen are both warming up, as it looks like this will definitely be Castillo's final inning. Right now he's currently in line to get the win unless the game gets tied. But it looks like that's a fly ball right there. That will do it. And we end the 6th, and Castillo gets out of a jam. So it looks like his day is done, but if it holds and the Bucks don't tie or take the lead, Castillo will be on his way to getting his 2nd victory of the year. But the Bucks do get on the board, but they trail 3-1. We'll be right back. You're watching MLB 18 the show on the Gaming Geek HD YouTube channel. I screwed that up. I'm sorry. We'll be right back. Alright, we want to welcome you back here to continuing coverage between the Cincinnati Reds and the Pittsburgh Pirates. Well, the Pirates finally got on the board last inning, but they find themselves trailing 3-1, and they find themselves with a brand new pitcher. And his name would happen to be A.J. Schugel. He has appeared in 1 game and has only lasted for 1/10 of an inning. Or 1/3 of an inning. I guess I should say. I probably shouldn't say 1/10. But anyway, he will face off against Tucker Barnhart. And I watched him during his warm-ups, and I'm pretty sure you saw it live. And he looked pretty good. So let's see what Schugel has to do. He will face off against Tucker Barnhart. And here's the first pitch from Schugel to start the 7th. And on the first pitch, that is going to be down for a base hit. And Barnhart is aboard with a leadoff single. Luis Castillo will be up to bat. He's 0 for 2. He flew out back in the fourth. And it looks like he's going to have likely a bunting attempt here. And yeah, he's going to try to bunt, but on the first pitch, he will take ball 1. Bunts it. Oh no, and a bad throw. Oh no. And a bad throw and a costly mistake for the Bucks there. Accidentally threw it to... I don't know if he had miscommunication with the throw or something, but that was a mistake. That was a horrible mistake. And that was absolutely horrible. I do not know why that happened. Maybe it was just a miscommunication on the throw, but just possibly a costly error that could come back and haunt him. So runners now at first and second with Billy Hamilton batting. And on the first pitch, he takes ball 1. Ground ball. Looks like he's just going to try to get the 1. So he'll get Hamilton. But runners are now going to be at third and second. Honestly, I think it was a good move getting Hamilton out because you don't want to get a speedy guy on base. So I think it was a good move getting him out. And maybe and we're going to see an intentional walk here, so that will load the bases. And we're going to have an intentional walk, so that will bring up the chance for a double play. So Joey Votto will be up to bat with the bases loaded. Something tells me you're going to regret that, but Votto, so far, he's 0 for 3. Hasn't been much of a problem for the Bucks so far, but that could change easily. So you're going to have to be really careful with this guy because he can make this like a 6-run game with just one swing of the bat. And that one's going to be foul. And that one's going to be fouled, so it's now 1-2. So he's got a chance to get out Votto. A ground ball could probably end the inning. And a strikeout will definitely help. Ground ball. This should do it. And a throw to first. And oh no. And oh boy. And that's going to go down as another error. And it turns out he never stepped on base. So now it's 4-1 Cincinnati. And on the first pitch here, this is a fly ball. It's going to be playable for Polanco. And throw's going to be not in time. He will score. And with 2 outs, we'll have runners on third and first. Here's the first pitch to Scooter Gennett, and he will take a called strike 1. And a high fly ball, that could be trouble, and that is going to be down for a hit. That's going to bring in 1 run. Here comes another one. He will score. It's going to be a triple for Shebler, or excuse me, Jeanette, and it's now 7-1 Cincinnati. Mm. And it looks like that's going to do it for AJ Schugel. And we're going to have a new pitcher coming in. We'll tell you about it when we come back. Alright, welcome back. The Reds lead at 7-1. New pitcher out there, and his name is Josh Smoker. He's been out there for about one game, has a high ERA, but he's looking to try to get out of a jam here. And his first pitch to Shebler, and that will be ball one. And that time it will be a called strike one. And that one's going to be fouled. Alright, here it is, the 1-2 pitch. Oh, that one hit well, going back, and Polanco's just going to have to watch that one fly away. It's a 2-run shot for Scott Shebler, and the Cincinnati Reds now lead it 9-1. Scott Shebler with his second home run of the season, and it was a beauty. I think that one had enough power to go all the way to the Allegheny, and now it's just a little short. But either way, it's a 2-run bomb, and it's now 9-1. Here's Adam Duvall up to bat, and on the first pitch he fouls it, and it's going to be going 1. And a fly ball, that's going to be fouled back. Here's the 0-2. And that one hit well. Polanco can't get it. And that goes all the way back up to the wall. Here's a throw. And that's going to be a double for Duvall. And on the first pitch, he takes ball 1 to Tucker Barnhart. He is 2 for 3. He has 2 singles, 2 RBIs, and 1 run. So it's been a pretty good night for Barnhart. And he's got a chance to bring in another RBI with Duvall at second. And here's a fly ball. Polanco should be able to get this one. He will, and that retires the side. Well, it's time for the 7th inning stretch here at PNC Park, and, well, I don't even know what to say. I'm getting blown out here, guys. Alright, welcome back to continuing coverage between the Reds and Pirates. Well, the Reds had a huge 7th inning. They scored 6 runs, including a 2-run shot by Scott Schebler. And, well, they now lead it 9-1. So as we start the bottom of the 7th, Luis Castillo will stay out there for another inning, it turns out. And on the first pitch, when he gets out there, he is facing off against Starlin Marte. And there's a fly ball. And Hamilton will be there to make the catch for the first out. Adam Frazier will be up to bat. He's 2 for 3 tonight with 2 singles. And on the first pitch, he will take ball 1. there's a college strike. Take a look at this. As you can see right there, you see a lot of empty seats. Seems like a lot of Pirate fans have called it a night, but if you look over here, you can still see a lot of people. I think some, maybe not all, but I think some have called it a night. There's a 1-1 pitch. Ooh, that one hit pretty well. Going back, still going back, and it is caught at the warning track. Well, pretty close to there at least, so there's now 2 outs. Corey Dickerson up to bat. He's 0 for 3 tonight. He had a ground out at his last at-bat. Just not the day he's been wanting to have. Here's the first pitch to Dickerson, and he takes strike 1. Fly ball, hit pretty well, but that's going to be foul. So it's still 0-2. And you see payoff pitch. Chopped foul. So it looks like he's going to have another chance. And that's a fly ball. Should be playable for Hamilton. He will make the catch, and that will do it for the 7th. On to the 8th inning we go, and the Reds lead it 9-1. I mean, this isn't even a game anymore. Tonight's game has been brought to you by the Elgato capture card. I use the HD60S, and that is how I am recording my video tonight. I hope you enjoyed the game so far. Well, if you're a Reds fan, you probably enjoyed it a lot. If you're a Pirates fan, I'm sorry I couldn't help get the dub for you guys tonight. And anyway, we have a new pitcher. Kyle Crick is out. He is 0-1 this season. Already suffered a loss. Has a 33 ERA, and he's going to have to try to bring that down. He has 1 inning under his belt so far this year, and let's see what he can do. Here's the first pitch, And it will be checking for ball one and it will be taken into for Phil Gosselin, who is pinch hitting for Castillo. So that's a clear indication that K is done. So he'll finish the day with 7 innings. So he'll finish the day with 8. He gave up 9 hits, but he's only allowed 1 run. So overall, it's been probably a good day for him. It's a fly ball to center, and he will make the catch. That's the first out. Let's look at your scorecard. As you can see, the Reds had a huge 6th inning, trying to make sure they don't allow another one, because they don't want to make this any worse than it has to be. And there's the first pitch, and that will be taken for strike 1 to, here's Billy Hamilton. Billy Hamilton 1 for 4 today. And on the first pitch, a fly ball. Polanco should be there. He'll make the catch. 2 outs.
Up next for Cincinnati,
Jose Peraza up to bat next. It looks like Kyle Crick is going to have himself an easy inning. Peraza 0 for 2. He's walked twice today. And the first pitch to Peraza is way out there for ball 1. On the next pitch, you will take strike. We'll take a called strike, so it's 1-1. There's a fly ball right here, and that will retire the side. So an easy 1-2-3 inning for the Bucks. They get out of there easily onto the bottom of the gate. The Reds lead it 9-1. We'll be right back.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for the Reds, number 21, Michael Lorenzo. Leading off for the Pirates,
We want to welcome you back to the start of the 8th inning. It's a 9-1 Cincinnati lead. I think at this point they may have put the game away, but or actually, did I for real say the start of the 8th? I meant to say the bottom of the 8th. I've had a lot of word vomit today, and I apologize for that, guys. I just been off guard. I'm just really sorry. Anyway, new pitcher out there, Michael Lorenzen. He's appeared in 5 games this season. He's done pretty good in relief, but he'll face off against Josh Bell, Polanco, and Harrison. So let's see what he can do. Here's the first pitch, and it will be called strike. It will be 0-1. And that one's going to be foul. So, once again, tomorrow, oh well, hang on, here's a fly ball. Should be playable for Hamilton. We'll make the catch there, and there's your first out. Anyway, once again, tomorrow we'll be out here once again at PNC Park, and we will watch these two play each other again tomorrow. Here's Gregory Polanco at bat. And on the first pitch, he gets a fly ball. Hamilton will be there to make the catch, and there's 2 away.
Now batting, second baseman, Harrison.
So here's Josh Harrison at bat. And on the first pitch, he takes a called strike. Let's look at the bullpen. Wandy Peralta and Jared Hughes warming up. And ground ball. This should take care of the inning. And that will do it. A 7-pitch 8th inning for the Reds, and that will do it. So on to the 9th, and the Reds are just 1 inning away from claiming a victory over the Pirates.
Leading out for Cincinnati, first baseman number 19, Joey Votto.
Alright, we want to welcome you back to the start of the ninth inning, and this one is pretty much a blowout. Not really much to see at this point. Everybody should I think everybody's probably about to go home because this game, unless we see an amazing comeback tonight, it's pretty much over. Kyle Crick is still out there on the mound, so it looks like he'll probably pitch here in the ninth inning as well. There's a first pitch to Votto, and it's a fly ball here. Should be playable, and that's the first out. Here's an Eugenio Suarez once again, over 2, had a sacrifice fly RBI for him. Well, Pittsburgh's had a lot of trouble on defense today, but they have managed to keep Joey Votto off from getting a hit today, so that's a positive at least. Seems like it's starting to get a little bit hazy, don't you think? It's getting a little hazy. It looks like the rain's starting to get a little bit closer. There is a chance for rain, and oh wow, ooh, has trouble with that one. And he's just gonna throw to third. It's gonna be a double for Suarez. And he now has a 6-game hitting streak. So he just cannot reel it in. There's a 50% chance of rain tonight. And, oh, nice comebacker right there. And he gets the out. Nice play there by Kyle Crick. Here's Scott Schebler, 2 for 4 today, including a 2-run homer that he made back in the 7th. And on the first pitch, that will be taken for a strike. Anyway, a 50% chance of rain tonight. And it's just, there's a ground ball. That will do it. And that retires the side. So, despite a possible costly error, the Reds do go down without any runs. So it's still 9-1, and now we're going to the bottom of the ninth. With the Reds pretty much taking care of business here. When we come back, we'll see David Freese, Francisco Cervelli, and Kyle Crick bat up. Oh man, this has basically been a snoozer all day. We haven't seen a whole lot of performances by Pittsburgh today. The Reds have been able to get hits, but the Bucks just have had a lot of trouble all day today. I mean, they managed to get something going back all the way in the first or second inning. Or no, well, yeah, back in the first. They got something going, but then just all they could muster in was just 1 run. And they gave up 9 total. So it's just been a rough day for Pittsburgh. Well, hopefully they'll get a chance for redemption. They're going to be playing the Reds again tomorrow. I believe it would be a pitching matchup. I'm not 100% sure. I think it's going to be Chad Kuhl versus... I think it's going to be Chad Kuhl versus... for Cincinnati, I don't think they've announced... Or I'm not sure. I'm actually not sure who they're putting as starting pitcher for tomorrow. But it's going to be Chad Kuhl versus to be announced for Cincinnati. But anyway, we're just going to stay on the air for the rest of the game. There's only 3 outs left unless Pittsburgh can get something here in this last inning. But it's just been to be honest, this game's been really boring, and it felt like it was taking forever. I've been recording this for about 2 hours, and just so you know, I'm gonna probably take out the commercial breaks and make this a little bit shorter than it needs to be. But I think pretty much everybody's ready to go home at this point. Right now, Luis Castillo is in line to get his second win of the year, and Jameson Taillon will be the one who will get the loss tonight if it stands like this, which 92%, or actually 98.7% chance that's probably going to happen, and maybe a 1% chance of a comeback. 1.8% chance, maybe. I don't know. It's going to be really hard, though. It's going to be really hard to score 9 runs in the ninth. But anything's possible in baseball. So let's just find out. So as we get back into business, David Freese will lead off the ninth. Michael Lorenzen will stay out there. He had a 7-pitch inning last inning. And there's a first pitch. He will take strike 1. I'm surprised. We actually still have a lot of fans here. Apparently they're sticking with their team here. I was expecting pretty much everybody to leave at this point, but we still have a lot of fans. Now the next pitch out is fouled, so it's going to be now 0-2. Usually in a blowout like this at home, usually a lot of fans don't usually stick around. They just leave probably in like the 6th or 7th inning, but Bucs fans are loyal. They're staying here supporting their team, no matter if it was a 8-run game or, heck, even a 20-run game. They'll probably be out here to support their team. So that's amazing. That's awesome. Here's the 1-2 pitch. There's a fly ball. That will be down for a base hit. There's a leadoff single for David Freese, and that will make him 3 for 4. Francisco Cervelli coming out to bat. So here's Cervelli with, that's going to be a ground ball right there. There's 1, and he doesn't get the 2, but he does get Freese at second. So 1 out, and runner's still over there. And it looks like we're going to have a pinch hitter here. Ryan LaVarnway. He will come out here to pinch hit with 1 out and a runner over at first. We'll see what he's got. So let's see how he'll do here. And on the first pitch, he takes strike 1. It's been a rough game for the Pirates. Hopefully they can pull themselves back together tomorrow. Try to get some redemption or something. There's a ground ball. This is gonna do it right there, and that is your ball game. And the Cincinnati Reds will take Game 2 of the series, and that will do it. So the Reds tie the series at 1. We will be out here again tomorrow. Check back with scores for the date and time. I'll be recording it, and then I'll eventually post. There's a few other games that are also going to be played tomorrow, most likely. So just watch out for that. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed tonight's video. The Cincinnati Reds will take the victory 9-1. The winning pitcher will be Luis Castillo, who is now 2-0 this year. He went 7 innings, gave up 9 hits, 1 earned run, no walks, and 3 strikeouts. And the losing pitcher will be Jameson Taillon. He will finish his day with 6 innings, 5 hits, 3 earned runs, 2 walks, and 9 strikeouts. And your player of the game is Scott Schebler, 2 for 5 with a 2-run homer back in the 7th, and he's got 2 RBIs. Well, I guess that's about to wrap up this video, but there's one more thing I want to show you guys. Here's a look at the standings from each division. Since this is the first game, this is what the standings look like. The Diamondbacks are atop the NL West, and the Giants, as you can see, has still yet to grab a victory. They're 0-6. Actually, let me just do it like this. The Cubs are currently atop the NL Central. Excuse me, I did not mean to say that. I know my baseball. Just don't seem like it tonight, but believe me, I know everything. Anyway, so there you go. There's your NL Central standings. So look at the NL East. The Braves are atop the division. They're on fire right now. They're on fire, and hopefully they can keep this going throughout the year. There's your... Now this is a shocker right here. I'll tell you this. This is definitely a shocker. The A's are atop the league, and they're atop. Well, actually, they're the best team in the AL right now, and it's not Houston. Can you believe this? I mean, they're on a tear streak right now. I mean, this could be the A's turn it around and make the playoffs. You never know. And then there's the Astros that are half a game behind them. Here's a look at the AL Central. White Sox are atop the division. Royals are 2.5 games back, and there's the Twins that are 1-5. And finally, here's a look at your AL East. Look at the AL East standings. The Red Sox are atop the division, and the Orioles are 2 games behind them. And that's pretty much going to do it for this video, guys. So I hope you enjoyed. I know like I said at the beginning of the video, I know I said my voice sounded really bad. I know. I'm sorry about it, but either way, I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a like if you did. Hit the subscribe button if you want to see more MLB gameplay. Well, I'm going to make more gameplay anyway. Just stay tuned because these are going to be the games I will most likely be doing for tomorrow. The first one is going to be, I want to say it's going to be the Rays and Red Sox, but don't expect it because it could either be them or it could be the Mets and Nationals. So just stay looking around there. I'll have it probably uploaded by the end of tomorrow and you can watch it. I'm not going to be live streaming these games right now. I'll wait to do that later. But there you go. So that's the first game of the day, and then the second game would be, I think I said it was going to be, probably should, the second game of the day is going to be the, your second game of the day is going to be it's actually going to be the Dodgers and Giants. That's game 2. Starts at 4 Eastern, 3 o'clock Central. So I'll be doing that game too. And then the third and final game of the day will be the Reds and Pirates. It's actually Romano. I apologize if I mispronounced that. But he will be getting the start for tomorrow, and Chad Poole will be on the mound. Alright, so that's pretty much going to do it for this video. So, if you liked it, like I said, just leave a like, subscribe, and I will see y'all tomorrow. Good night, and God bless.